We're just starting, so if you want to...
I got a computer. I'm going to sit here.
Oh, and watch Gretchen.
Yeah.
Great.
Sweet.
So you can just start off by like saying, hey, I'm Gretchen, like the sole senior on Stanford lightweight crew, and I'm a like whatever major, and I'm from like wherever you're from.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, I'm not really from anywhere. That's part of the problem. But I'll just say where my parents currently live.
Oh, well, yeah. I think it's actually good that you just say like I'm from everywhere.
Okay, I can say that.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's recording.
Oh,
Or?
oh yeah, you can just start whenever. Yeah.
Okay.
You're also down here too. That way you like push this way.
All right. Look. You want me to look towards
Yeah,
you?
you just talk to me. It's just conversational.
Okay. So I don't look at the camera.
Well, you can look there for like the intro, and then like.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm Gretchen Stumhofer. I'm a senior captain of the lightweight crew team. I'm from all over the United States. My major is geological and environmental sciences with a bio minor, and I intend on going to medical school in the future.
Oh, exciting. Well, with that major, do you ever feel yourself looking out of the boat and analyzing any of the mud that we have in Redwood City?
Occasionally I check out the soil, yes. It's not terribly interesting there, but yes, I do. I do embarrassingly sometimes check it out.
Yeah. That's good. You have good company with Carly.
Yes. Yes, we've taken lots of soils classes together and done field trips together, so yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about like what you've done related to your major over the summer?
Related to my major, I went on an overseas seminar to the Swiss and Italian Alps, and I've done some field study in some mountain ranges in Eastern California and Nevada. I haven't done a whole lot related to my majors during the summer. Other than that, I've done a lot of other things during the summer. So,
cool. What
yeah.
else have you done?
After my freshman year, I worked as a wildland firefighter in Idaho, McCall, Idaho. After my sophomore year, I went to U-23s for a month. Then I went to Europe for a month. Then I did my field study for a month. And then I went straight to Australia. So, and then after my junior year, I stayed here on campus and studied for the MCAT and did an Ironman triathlon, and just worked for housing here on campus.
So do you ever sit down and take a breath?
Yes, occasionally I try to, but rowing is a nice break also.
That's funny. Most people say it the other way around.
Right. Well, I don't know. I think practice is like a break from busyness of life. So, yeah.
Yeah. How do you deal with juggling too, like the academics and like everything you do outside of rowing with practice?
Yeah. So I think rowing definitely adds structure to my life. I mean, I also have worked every year here on campus, just a few hours a week, but I try to volunteer every week, and along with going to school and rowing, it's a lot, but you just have to keep everything well organized, and I think rowing just adds more. Well, it makes it more important just to have that organization down and have a structure and a routine and get things done when they need to be done, rather than I don't do a whole lot of procrastinating and stuff like that, usually. I try not to. I don't pull all-nighters, I can't do it. So.
So what are some like concrete tips you have for like underclassmen or people looking to come to Stanford, like on how you do such a good job organizing everything?
I think it takes practice more than anything. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really have any great tips, because sometimes I think that I'm not very good at it and I get really stressed out and everything. But I mean, I think that, you know, once you get into it and once you have like a set up schedule with rowing and everything, it's not really an issue, because you have to be there and you learn how to work around your schedule, I guess. Yeah. So.
Well, do you have any favorite classes you've taken at Stanford?
My favorite class is probably the sophomore college I went on, which was in the Rockies, and we basically just got to go hike around Montana and Wyoming for a few weeks. I guess it's not really a class, it's more like a vacation or a field trip, but if I had to choose one, that would be it. I got credit for it, so.
Sweet. And then what are like some things that you like really love about Stanford, and like is on your bucket list for like senior year that you have to like make sure you do again, or?
Oh man. Well, there are a lot of things I love about Stanford. Mainly, I guess I love that you I guess the outdoor opportunities here. Like there's so much good cycling in the area. Like I love to go running here. You can do it year round. Just being like around and outside and like a day like this is just beautiful, and like that makes it worth going to Stanford. Yeah, I guess that's one thing I really love about Stanford. And you know, everyone rides a bike, and you know, like you can't get around like being, you know, active. Yeah.
How do you compare doing the Ironman to rowing?
It's definitely different. The Ironman is 12 hours long, and obviously like a 2K rowing race is 2,000 meters. But if I had to compare the difficulty of like a 2K erg test and the Ironman, I would say a 2K erg test is much harder. Yeah, because I mean, an Ironman it's basically moderate effort for 12 hours, and of course at the end you're very tired, and I guess I like passed out and everything after I crossed the finish line, and I was exhausted. But it's not like I was like, you know, like during a 2K erg test or a 2K race, at some point you really feel like you can't go any farther, and you have to push through that, and it's incredibly painful, and that's the hardest thing about rowing. That's also just what makes it such a cool sport and so intense. And yeah, there's nothing else like that. Not even an Ironman.
That's really interesting. And then what are some of your plans for after college? Like, are you gonna continue? It sounds like you're definitely gonna continue to be active, and like, are you gonna stay involved with rowing at all in any capacity?
I think that maybe not immediately after college. I don't know if I'll be rowing. But I think I will come back to it someday. Yeah, I'd love to like have my own boat someday or something. But right now my plans for after college are, well, I'm hoping to take 1 or 2 gap years and then go to medical school. But immediately following graduation, I kind of just want to move to an island and go surfing for a while. Because it's the reason I came to school in California is actually to surf more. And I didn't really get to, and Stanford wasn't the best school to choose for that. And the water here is way too cold. So I think I might move back to Hawaii and just go surfing for a while. That's what I want to do anyway. We'll see how it works out. See what my parents think of it. So
awesome. As long as I
yeah.
can come and visit. That's sweet. And then let's see. So your boat in the future, what are you gonna end up naming it?
Oh gosh, that's a hard question. Let's see. Who would I name it after? I'd probably have to name it the Al Acosta, just in honor of Al, of course.
That was a psychopath. And then, like, can you talk a little bit too about like your team traditions, and, like what your dynamic is like, especially being like the only senior?
Sure. So our team has traditionally been a lot of underclassmen in our varsity boat, and not particularly large, which also, I mean, it makes our team really close because there are not as many of us, and generally people are close in age. But I think over the past 4 years that I've been here, our team has grown a lot, and like currently we have a large junior class, but I mean, like you said, I'm the only senior, and it's a little bit lonely being the only senior. It's not, you know, it's not the same team I rode with, I mean, at all, obviously, since my freshman year. But I mean, I love being a senior and a leader on the team, and that I've gotten to be that for a couple of years. It's been really cool. And as far as tradition goes, I mean, I guess part of the reason, I mean, we don't have as much tradition because there are fewer upperclassmen, but I'm trying to, or have tried to, maybe start some traditions and hope that they continue in the future. So.
Can you tell us what they are?
No, they're top secret. So.
Okay. To be revealed once you guys win another IRA.
Yes, exactly.
So with IRAs, what did that feel like, crossing the line and like?
It was amazing. It was like one of the most exciting moments of my life. Definitely the most exciting sporting moment of my life. it was just like, it's hard to explain the feeling, but it was just like an awesome feeling that didn't go away for a really long time, and still when I think of it, like, can't stop smiling. It was just a long time coming, and the fact that it was kind of an upset made it just that much better. And yeah, it was amazing. It's hard to explain the feeling, but it was pretty awesome.
Is that your ring?
Yes, this is my ring.
Can you show it off a little?
Yes, pretty cool. I wear it most of the time.
I'll get a close up. And then when you were kind of like preparing for that race, like what did you feel before you like hopped out on the water for the warm up, and like kind of what was the transition like?
Well, of course, going into it, we were really nervous, but we had like an idea that we were fast and that we could win, and I think a lot of us believed that we could go out there and we could do it, even though we, had never been in Wisconsin before, and they had won 6 out of the last 7 years, I believe. So there wasn't like, I guess this year there's kind of, since we have won, there's more like this pressure, but last year it was like, could we do it? It would be awesome if we could do it. Like, I think we can do it. So that's kind of how we went into it. And then we had a great race plan. Also, that's top secret, of course. And we executed it really well, and we did what we wanted to do, and obviously, we got the desired result. So it's pretty cool.
And then just like your 4 years here, like you probably have had like a lot of support from like other people, like your teammates or coaches. Is there anyone that you'd like to kind of make a shout out to?
Sure, yeah. Well, Katie Sweet taught me everything I know about rowing, and I was a novice my freshman year to all the way through my junior year. And she really built our team up. Just her intensity, and she was an amazing coach, and yeah, she did a lot for our team. And then I would say Jessica Weigel, she's an amazing coxswain. She made us feel all like we were doing something that was important and worthwhile, and she's still, an important part of our team, and our biggest fan probably. And then of course Al, he started this program not that long ago, and he really is a great coach who can transform a boat, and it's a lot of people have contributed to our success, but I'd say those 3 people definitely are what has made the program successful in the last few years. And then of course I should say thank you to my pair partner, Jen Tuvison, just because she's been pair partners for 3 years, and she's an awesome pair partner. I think that's all I have to say.
Sweet. And then just one last question. How did you find rowing after doing all of these like really intense, like fun sports?
So
when you bring it back, do you want to bring it around that side, or do you want to cut through here? I just propped this door open if you want to cut, but there'll be another group there, whichever is easiest.
Oh, it'd be great to cut back through.
Okay, then I'll keep it propped open for you.
Thank you.
Sure thing.
Sorry, what was the question? Oh, how did I find rowing? I guess I just saw an article on GoStanford.com that said they were looking for walk-on athletes, and I went to a high school that was a math and science high school and didn't have any sports, so I obviously wasn't recruited for anything, and I thought it'd be really cool to check it out, like varsity sport at Stanford, and Stanford has obviously amazing athletics. So I went to the informational meeting, and I was like, well, I'm obviously too small, but then they're like, oh, we have a lightweight team, and I was like, okay, well, I'll try this out. And they made us erg for like a really long time, and it was horrible. No, it wasn't that bad, but yeah, it just like worked out really nicely, and yeah, so pretty much completely random. No one came up onto me, and asked me if I wanted to row, at Admit Weekend or anything like that. I just kind of found it myself, and yeah, turned into 4 years. So, yep. All right.
Cool.
Great. It wasn't that bad.
And then do you want to bring your ring up there?
It's got a
So
scratch
good.
because I wear it so often.
That's funny.
Is that good?
Oh, here.
Your very ugly hands.
No, this is not really focusing. Maybe you can take a picture later.
All right.
Okay. Sweet. Thank you.
No, thank you. So how is this all gonna? It's all gonna be like.
It's gonna be on Go Stanford. I'm gonna send you the uncut
Okay.
version, and then I'm gonna cut it. And I'd really love to get pictures from you too, or like any videos. you. I'm gonna ask the coaches to tape a little bit during practice.
Okay.
But like, especially with your summer stuff, that'd be so sweet for people to see.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, don't
And, like,
send
surfing
don't
tips.
send anyone else the uncut version of me, right?
Oh no, it's just going to you. Don't worry.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. See ya.